To begin, as you can see, we have very messy brows. I know I'm making them look a little bit messier than normal, but trust me, in the mornings and when I'm not paying attention, that's exactly how my brows look. The first thing that you're going to need to clean up your brows is going to be a spoolie. I'm going to be using this one from my Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil. I really love this one. I mean, I have no more product on this side, however, I always reach for this spoolie because it's so tiny and precise. And then you're going to need some tweezers, one that you trust. These, I believe I got them at TJ Maxx. They don't even have a name brand anymore, but these are my favorites. Just use the ones that work for you. For me, it's typically ones that are like this, square on top or rectangular, and they're very thin like over here, so it helps you like grab the hair from the roots. I'm going to start by combing the brow hairs up. That's going to give me the opportunity to see exactly the hairs that I need to plug out, and then I'm just going to begin plugging. Now you can see the difference. It looks much cleaner than this one. Much cleaner. You can see a huge difference right now. A huge mistake that I used to make all the time, and that's why my brows were so thin, is that I wanted to always make them perfect and even. As you can see, I have a lot of gaps right here. I'm not sure if the camera is showing that. I hope that it is. Many different gaps, and I wanted to make my brows like super straight, like on a straight line, so I kept plugging my hairs out, and by the time I was done, I would have like 3 lines of hair. Don't make the same mistake. That is what makeup is for. So I'm going to leave them just like that. I'm going to just ignore the gaps right here, and we're going to use makeup to cover that later on anyway. So why are we going to do that? So now that the bottom portion of my brow is clean, I'm going to start combing down the hair. I know it's very long. My brows are very bushy, like not bushy, the hairs are very thick and they have a mind of their own. Now that they're all down, you can see the guide that I want for my brows. I mean, some people might want to take out some of the hairs there, but for me, my brows are not that thick, so I definitely just want to keep the shape that they have naturally. I just want to clean around. So again, you comb them down, and we're going to begin plugging. I do like to kind of like separate, like they didn't grow that much, so I cannot separate much. Like if your hairs are long and you have hair that you want to separate that you're going to be plugging out, you can just simply comb those up, but I don't have any of that. So I'm just going to begin plugging the baby hairs that I have there. And I always pull on the same direction that the hair grows so that it doesn't hurt as much. I've been doing this for years and it still hurts like a bitch, so. We have so far. I'm gonna go back in with my spoolie and make sure that everything is exactly how I want it. It looks like I have a little bit of hair here that I want to take out because my brow arch tends to be a little bit too pointed on top and it makes me look angry. So I do like to tweeze a couple of hairs from here. So that's what we have so far. I combed my hairs down one last time. So you're gonna need tiny scissors. They sell these even at the 99-cent store, to be honest, or you can get them in a pack. And then I'm going to begin cutting out the excess of hair that you see poking out of my brow. So going in again with a spoolie, I'm going to begin combing or brushing up. And now we're going to cut the hairs that you see that are sticking out the most. So we have one here, one here, one here, two little ones here, and definitely a ton here. You need to be very cautious with this step and not overcut them, because sometimes if you cut them too much, then you're gonna see more of the gaps that you already have. So as you can see, I only cut those that were like completely sticking out and that they were like absolutely outside of the frame. So that is that. So we have one brow that is already groomed and ready to go and live her life. And this is the other one so that you can see the difference. Brows are somewhat different, and I think that's for most of us, and the tail of this brow tends to be a little bit thicker than this one. So what I do is when I comb it down, I just take out the extra hair from up here, because you can see that, you know, at the bottom here it's straight and pretty even, but it is thicker here at the end. So that's what I'm doing right now. I do have to go in with a spoolie a few times and make sure that I just take out whatever is necessary. Alright, so now we have both brows groomed. Big difference from before. I think the best thing that you can do is not overplug. Like, just take it little by little, one step at a time. Figure it out, like little by little. Take out some hair, see if you really need to take out more. And when in doubt, just leave the hair there. Leave it there, trust me. You don't want to take out more than you need. So lastly, as you can see, I have a bit of a unibrow. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. Can you? So I do typically take out the longer hairs from there with the tweezers. And there's something that I need to point out. I do prefer my brows to connect a little bit, not connect necessarily, but to be more in here. Typically the rule is that you take your tweezer and where your nose starts or ends, you will go up. So for me, I will have to take out that piece right here. I don't take that out. Like, you see that little piece of hair there? I don't take it out. And the reason for that is because I have a wide nose. And if my brows are too separate apart, then they're gonna be more noticeable. Like, the closer your brows, like, it gives you the illusion that your bridge or your nose bridge is closer or slimmer, if you know what I mean. So that's why I prefer to leave them like that. Besides, I don't know, I used to love my unibrow. I took them out when I was like 23. So I did rock them for a long time very proudly, because they're not like super bad. You can actually leave it like that, but I do love a clean brow look, so everything's super smooth. And there are some baby hairs that my tweezers cannot take out. So I'm usually, this is gonna be kind of dangerous, but I usually use like one of the brow shavers that they sell at the drugstore. You get like a pack for like 3, but I don't have one of those handy right now. So I'm gonna be taking a blade. So don't do this at home if you have never done it, but I used to do them like that all the time when I was younger. So I kind of have experience, but be careful with it. I would prefer you guys to use one of the ones that are actually meant for brows. But anyhow, I'm gonna be using this one. Use what you have at home. I'm going to begin cleaning the top portion of the brow so that we can get rid of anything that we couldn't get rid of before with a tweezer. And I'm not gonna talk because I don't want to scrape my complete brow off. I like that cleaner look. I like to go in with a razor. Again, I don't recommend using this one. Just use the one that is sold at the drugstore or at Amazon. You can get a pack of 3 for like $3. They're very cheap, but I don't have one handy, but use that one. I only use it for the top portion of my brow because the hairs that I have here are very thin and are very difficult to remove with the tweezers. If you have thinner hair down here, you can use that as well, but for me, my hair here grows very, very thick, so I don't need that. I'm gonna go in with my brow bow from Benefit. It's like a brow conditioning primer, and I'm just gonna comb them up so that they look a little bit fuller, but with no makeup on. And that is it. That is my brow grooming routine. No more waxing my brows for me. No more threading my brows for me. I honestly don't do that anymore because they used to make my brows super thin. They would always try to match them and make them look identical, which meant that they would just make them like 3 lines. And I'm not about that life anymore. So I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see my brow routine when it comes to like makeup on the brows, then let me know. I will gladly film that for you guys. But for today, that was all. Thank you for watching. Mil besos, and I see you guys next time.